I became interested in writing Stubborn Twig many, many years before I actually started the book. It actually started in a graduate seminar that I took in American history that was called The American Character. And the question was asked, what does it mean to be an American? And I'd been American my whole life, and I had never asked that question. So the question really stayed in my mind and just sat there waiting for me to do something with it. Until one day, this would be in the late 1980s, I read a newspaper story in the Eugene Register-Guard that said that a woman by the name of Michi Yasui Ando was being asked back by the University of Oregon to walk through the graduation ceremony that she had been prevented from going through in the spring of 1942. She'd been prevented from going through that because she was a second-generation Japanese American, and there was a curfew after Pearl Harbor, but before internment, that said that anyone who had a Japanese face could not be on the street after 8 p.m. Graduation ceremonies were after 8 p.m. in those days, and this 21-year-old straight-A student was not allowed to walk through her graduation. University invited her back 40 some odd years later. It was a newspaper story. I thought it was a great story, and I wrote 2 magazine pieces, and that just opened up into the book. My experience working with the Yasui family was extraordinary. I think there's 2 parts to that. One is my experience as a writer, and the other is my experience as a human being. In terms of them as subjects for a book, they were amazing. The family kept all documents. They were pack rats, and they gave me access to everything. They are articulate, generous with their time. Everyone who in the family who was alive at the time that I was writing the book sat down for extensive interviews with me. So that experience was tremendous. But I think what stayed with me even more was the experience of being taken in by the family and being befriended by this family and learning, I think, from them what it means to be a family in a very important way. My most recent book, Dancing with Rose, Finding Life in the Land of Alzheimer's, and the book that I am just completing now called Something Unpredictable, are both based on personal experience, or me putting myself into an experience that I write about. And it is different in terms of the research than something like Stubborn Twig or some of the other books that I've written, Clever Girl or Happy Bottom Writing Club. So the research is different because you're not dealing with documents mostly, but the writing is very similar. I mean, what I try to do is make characters come alive on the page. I try to develop scenes and tell stories, all based on facts. And so whether those facts come from my direct observation or from somebody else's direct observation and I've interviewed them or they've written them down 100 years ago, my job as a writer is to make that stuff alive on the page. And so it seems like it wouldn't be as similar as it is, but it is quite similar in terms of the craft of writing. I am influenced by a number of writers, both nonfiction and fiction, but because I grew up with television and because I'm kind of a film fanatic, I think I'm very influenced by the pacing of the best shows on television, the HBO kinds of shows. They are beautifully written, the characters are developed really well, and especially with something that is almost book length, like something that goes across many seasons. I'm thinking of West Wing, which I think has some of the best writing I've ever listened to on anywhere, whether it's on television or film or book. And if you take it across all those seasons, it's like a book. A character is developing, and you see the development through scenes, and the dialogue was phenomenal. So I really learn a lot about dialogue and character development through good television series and films as well.